running at that moment like a 1 point something million bucks. So technically I was risking no more than, I don't know, 2 or 3%. And there were multiple positions at the moment. So it's not like I was risking 10% on my account or anything like that in some degrees. As far as you know what you're doing, you're always okay. The thing is, when you don't know what you're doing and you go high in your account margin, that's when you run the account out. Okay, guys, let's start right here. Welcome everyone to the forums. I mean, we got a bunch of new clients this week, over 100 and something, I believe, Jens, right? I don't know. That's pretty good. Hope all of them, they stay here with us. Now, the euro. Let's start with the euro here on the 30. Yeah, over 100 easy. I think it's 129, I believe. Right here on the euro, all we got is a three-way move. Yeah, man. Yeah, DV say, yeah, invited him. Come on, man. You don't need to ask that. So, right here, you got 1, 2, you got 3 swing. So before we make a party, we need to know where we are. I mentioned earlier today in the room that 35, 13, 14 area, it was huge. You see that side? Because that's one, and that was the top, because that's one of the extra bearish count. It makes sense in that area, because that's when the 23.6% of the second nest is in place, I believe. So with that in mind, this can be 4 or this can be A within 4. So as a right now, as a trader, is 1 p.m. Friday. When I get the out day later on today, I will have a much better idea of where we stand. And from there, all you need to care now is from here, because you know that there is overlap already. This is important. So the minimum that's going to happen is this. Not from here, a little bit lower. I think that the way most of the times, wave A ends at the 50% retracement of the previous tree. Taking a look at this part right here, this was a wave 3. And let me go a little small sack, as you love. You got a nest at it. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me take the feeble here. If you take here, you can see that was the 2%. Let me go a little small. You see it now better, guys, right? Yeah. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you close this cycle with this low. Now, no. Follow me, Hazab. Look, now we should get around 134.10, which is on the previous low. Between these two, we should get another low. You follow me? It should come, it's a three-way already, should come another low down. That new low is going to close 1, 2, and then that's going to close right there. And that move should happen. I'll give you a number now. That low should happen around the 133.54 area, most likely. And then from there, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then another 4 and another 5. If you go a little bit higher so you can see the whole move. And let me take, but this is very important to the downside. Very important. Then it's going to go 33, 35. Don't, James was telling me something. I'm going to ask you why he believes so. It's because the B wave, I believe, the B wave always goes very deep most of the time because it's in favor of the trend. And most of the, I mean, don't get surprised to see it here. Something like this. Sunday higher, and then 1, 2, 3. We're probably going to close the euro after the 5 ways right here around 33.50 and cash the $100, the 100 pigs. Yeah. Why? Because we don't have a good position on the euro. We are in the middle of the big wave. I don't want to be negative after. I would rather wait for the big wave and resell it from the top. You follow me? And then if you're gonna make a new low, I write it for here. We're gonna leave the New Zealand because the New Zealand is a much better position. Unless we are wrong, at least we cash one of them. But technically, that's what should happen on the euro. Yeah, after around 33.30 should be 3 bags. I agree with you 100% right there. And then another 5 down. Like I was telling you, my friend, on the video yesterday, remember? Now, I wish I can prove wrong. I say that the breakout in the dollar is the least of the scenario. So let's play with the 33 or 32.40 in mind. Let's play with that. If a breakout, there we go, my friend. We're good. If no, we can cash 200 pips in each trade, and we made the month in the first 10 days. You follow me? Now, on the daily, this is what I mean. And we're gonna have, yeah, very interesting that area, yes. We're gonna have a very good idea. You know what you're doing, I know that. We're gonna have a very good idea later on today when we do the out day. This is the daily that I'm talking about it. We can have, when you look at the daily, look, this is amazing. Look at the daily candle. Exactly. That you took out of my mouth. The ending diagonal, yeah, it's a reverse candle. Ascora, I don't know. It has a name. Hammer, I believe. So, technically, the diagonal is not the most pretty one of the world. That's a shooting star. There you go. You guys know more than me than that. But well, I was thinking about this. James, correct me if I'm wrong. So I know you're good in this. This is the daily candle. From here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If this count is in place, you need one more low. Because you need 9. So that's why after seeing this daily candle, don't get surprised to see 130. To be honest with you. Don't get surprised. And I was thinking, because if it's ended right here, it's corrected. If it ended right here as it is right now, this move is corrected by nature. Unless, no, there is 7 swing. right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 7 swings right there in the daily. I don't know. I don't remember I need to check on the 8 hours. Let me put it there. So if it's going to go lower, it can get to 129. You see how things can change. That's what we've been saying. You have to leave all doors open. There is too many alternatives. Sometimes you guys ask questions on the room. I cannot answer. Because you guys want, what's going to do this? What's going to do down? We don't know. You got to play what the market say. We entered yesterday thinking about the Elliott Wave aging to the downside. Let's see what came out. So the meaning is from here is corrective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need the night candle. Look at this candle. Same things. Look what happened. Right here, you got the B wave, and then boom. And when Rafi, you watched a video that we did about the RSI yesterday? Recommended to you, to everyone to watch it. Some people are saying that it was too deep. I cannot explain it another way. You watch it, Zach? I know you're going to love it. So, getting back to the euro, it looks like this is what, it looks very similar to this. Look at the candle here. This candle. And then, look, we got this one on the side, and then the reverse one. So, there is 7 ways here, in my view. Now, going to the 4 hour or 8 hour, I call 8 4 because I use 8, guys. I don't use 4 anymore. You got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swing. Unless the only way that it can be done is like DV's discount. And this is why, and this is an extremely, look, have you saw this one, Jens? This is an extremely good count that DV was presenting here. It's getting good by days. Like a triangle 4 right there. And then, if it bounced by the triangle, then it's a 5-way move. And then you're going to get A, B, C to the upside. Now, yeah, man, it's pretty good. Now, why I was saying 35.13 is because of this nest. Was this one? Yeah, this one was, I say 34.80, and the other one, let me see which one was. This one, I believe. That was the 35.15 area. So, like I say, soon we will know which is the right, which one is the right count. Soon we will know that. But the diagonal still doesn't look that good. It won't be the first or the last. But all I know that Elliott Wave aging is all I care right now, guys. So you guys understand me. Exactly. It's more like a channel, no a diagonal. Exactly. Elliott Wave aging, I don't care what it is. This is a 3-way move. And this is important. So I see continuation to the downside. Like I say, like this. That's for the euro. Now, the New Zealand, which is the other trade around. What is it? Oh my God, I hate when this computer doesn't allow me to organize. I have in the other one. Okay, nothing wrong with this count. Like I was telling DV about an hour ago. Nothing wrong. Nothing can say that this is the wrong count. So what I'm expecting in New Zealand is this or this. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it passed the 2023-6. Almost got. We didn't got fear on the second one, but I said, yeah, like I told you the other day, a new law is gonna happen. I got no doubt about it. To be honest with you. Now, short time frame, yeah, the dollar. We're gonna go to the dollar now. Exactly. That's a better new law sure sometime. Exactly. That's a good word. I like that. Okay. The New Zealand in the short time frame. Let me show you this. This is our principle right there. We got divergency here. I believe that that's the right count, and that's why since yesterday I've been mentioning New Zealand and saying that we can be on the B way on the New Zealand. And having said that, what's going to happen is that New Zealand, and we are ready for it, believe me, since we place the trades, 75, 76, or 75.40. We're going to cash 200 picks on each one of the trade, and we're going to leave it there. This is a wave 3 candle, no question about it. A small time frame, let me see how it looks like. It's a copy of the euro. We should be on the wave 4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should get another low before the closing, maybe today. 1 second. I think that the new low can go to 76 and change, 77, 76.50. Look at the 2% on the lows. People taking profit right now, it looks like. And then now, it's as clear as the water there. You see the structure of the wave very well defined there. You got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there, it should trade lower. Same as euro. Yeah, it's the dollar. You're trading the dollar technically, my friend. That's why I remember I say on the room today, if I wasn't have to trade, I love the cat long. Yeah, 34.50, you gotta know, you're gonna get one more low probably. So that's for those two pairs. Now, okay, you wanna go to the US dollar, 1 second. Because I gotta switch. Yeah, let's go to the dollar and then cable. Okay, the dollar, this is where we are in the 8 hour. It looks like it bounced around the 23.6. This bounce, I see the dollar like this, guys. We are bullish dollar. No question about it. Clear, bullish dollar. Now, I see the dollar like this. Either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 1, 2. So, I like the idea that it bounced around the 23.6 right here, because that makes me to believe that when you have an ABC, like I was playing in DV, when you got a 5-way move and you are doing a correction, sorry, 1 second, let me write, let me draw it right. When you got yeah, 1 second. When you got an ABC, a 5-way move, and you're expecting an ABC, you trace your fibber, right? If your A leg ended at the 3802, the whole correction should end, and the next one most likely, which is the 50%. Now, let's say that you are here, right? And you see 1, 2, 1, 2. You say, okay, there comes the wave fall, right? Let me take the rest. If you see that when he start dropping, no, that's not the point. The point is, if you see that he start dropping and he passed by the 23.6 without bounce in 5 ways, that's telling you this is a nest. 1, 2, 1, 2, or this is a 3-way. Those are tricks that you need to use when laboring. You got the idea, Hazaf? Yeah, what I mean is this. I was telling DV this morning that I want to see the dollar bouncing from around this area. Why? Because technically, if we go deep right here, remember, these are computer machines, the one that trading. You don't move the market. I don't move the market. These are computer that are programming to, when they see a swing or a 5-way swing, they're going to start buying at the 23.6, at the 14.6, and the 3802 if it's a 3-way. Those computers that are programming, they got deviation, but they are programming computers. And then if you see that there is no enough buy at the 23.6, that means that you got the wrong count. And then in that way, no, 23.6 is for the wave 4. If it doesn't bounce at the 23.6, what most likely happen, that is nesting. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Most likely, because of this bounce, we got one more high. Most likely, he can go from here, or he can become more compressed. No, it's not nesting to the downside. It's very hard, guys, sometimes. Let's go to an hour now. So technically right here, yeah, it passed 23.6, but it bounced from the area. No. The 23.6 mean that either it's going to go higher or it's going to do what is here, and then it's going to go to the 3802 and I'm high from the 3802. It's going to do whatever. What the bounce from the 23.6, what take out of the picture is the nest, most likely. Because if he hasn't bounced for the 23.6, the dollar means, then he's going to keep going lower. And that means that he's going to get into the next feeble levels, which are the 50, the 6, and the 618 and the 764. And then that's when the next come around. Exactly. The next would be a dip 50, 618 or 764. Follow me. Now you got it. Now, in the 1 hour, what we see on the dollar is this. The dollar did exactly what we say in the morning. Look, this is the count in the morning. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were expecting a little higher. It went right there, and it dropped. And then, what you got in the dollar? $1 is doing either a B way, or it's gonna go higher, in my opinion. What you got here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's A. A, B, C in a flat. That's B. And now it looks like it did 1, 2, probably 3 here, a 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let me see one thing, because this can be a flat. I want to see that the low is the 618 of this one. Fair enough, right there. Fair enough. So that means that this is a 5-way swing. Let me see if I have divergency there. I don't have divergency. I have a little divergency right here. I don't have divergency in the whole move because it's a 3-way. Now, with that, you need to do what we call downgrading the hour side, like we explained on the video yesterday. Then you go to the 15-minute chart, and you should get a double divergence. When you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you see, now you see divergence here. And from here, it can be a flat. I gotta be honest to you guys. It can be a flat from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It can be a flat. Don't get me wrong. And it still is gonna take unbelievable. No, wave 4 is not too deep. Wave 4 is it's deep. It's deep. The thing is that I don't get divergence in this low. Yeah, at least one more high you're gonna get. Gents, be aware, because I'm doing that. The new low to close the euro short for the 100 pips and break even the New Zealand, see what happens. You know what I mean, James, right? Because if I see divergency, you see right here, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, divergency. Do not matter if it's an ABC. You should get divergency on the A and divergency on the C. I don't see divergency here at all. What do you mean early next week? Oh, exactly. And we got the peaks. Look, exactly. So that's the 423.6 right there. This can be a flat, guys. No, that's wrong, Rafi. Of course, if you go to watch the video that I did yesterday, Rafi, you're going to love it. Possible. Possible. If you got profit, yeah, one more low is going to happen now. One more high. Look, of course, this is a three-way move. You don't get divergency here. 1, 2, 3. You don't get divergency. That's a three-way move. I don't say that it's not a three-way move. It's a three-way move. Now, the question is the three-way, the third way ended? Now, for that, I need to check. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. What do you mean that you're 100%? That is a three-way move? Yeah, and I know 100%, and 1,000% sure that is a three-way move. I'm saying that it's not. I'm trying to save the profit. I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say, do not matter if it's a 3, it's a 5, that do not change anything, my good friend. If this is not completed, if this is a flat and it is not completed, do not matter. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way swing. Guess what? It's gonna get back. Yeah, you need divergence in ABC. Yes. In my view, you need divergence in both legs, in A and Z. Overall, you don't need divergence. You follow me? Look, this is what I mean. DV, you listen, right? This is what I was trying to explain to you. From here to here, you won't get divergence at all. Zero. That's an ABC. You don't get divergence. But the first leg and the third leg need to give you divergence. Yeah, the new law, James. James, you understand what I'm saying, right? I know you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the divergence on the first leg. You need to get divergence in the third leg also, because there are there is a sequences of 2 5-ways. Each leg needs to have their own divergence. I mean, listen, me neither, my friend. Let's put it this way so you guys understand. If my entry was right here, no, before I see this, I told you guys that I'm going to close the euro no matter what. I'm going to leave the Aussie, the New Zealand, because we don't have a good position on the euro, and we're going to give the euro away, the peaks away. You know what I mean? As a waiver, let's put it like that. As a waiver, from the top, you have a clear 5-way move. It's going to get back. I don't close it right now. I'm closing it after the new low. Because anyway, let's say that it goes as planned and it goes to 33.30, what's going to happen? It's going to get back to 34.60 and then 34.40. What is going to do? I'm going to give 100 picks away. You know what I mean? I'm going to give 100 picks away. I would rather cash the 200 picks plus the 50 that we did the other day. We got 250 picks in a week. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. But you know the whole things, right? This is why the RSI is so good. We're going to, when they get back to cable, we're going to see the euro. This is why the RSI is so good. Because I can show you guys. Let me go back to see if you prove. Thank God. Let me see an ABC. Look, this is a correction. You got 1, 2, 3, B, 1, 2, 3. This is different. Don't you see? You don't get divergence in the whole move right here, right? But I guarantee you that if you downgrade the RSI, this one's going to have divergence. This one is going to have divergence. This one is going to have divergence. I guarantee you that. Because that's the way it is. It's not me. That's the way it is. Look, you can see it here. Look. You can see it here. Divergence here. Look. You have to downgrade the RSI. That's why it's called like that. And I recommend that book that I've been saying you guys. I know Sai read it. The Technical Analysis by Constance Brown. You're going to learn all those things there. So now, any question about the dollar? My advice, don't worry about if it's a flat, it is not a flat, whatever. If you go back to the 5-minute chart, it's a clear 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need one more high on the dollar. Look, now it's gonna get 78.60 probably, and the dollar is gonna do this. Now, if your entry is right here, what are you gonna do? It's gonna do this. You accumulate pit. Why? Because next week, when you start buying in here, you're trading free because you already have 250 picks in the first week of the month. That's how it is. We're going to leave the New Zealand because it's a better position just in case. But I guarantee you the same thing's going to happen. That's the way it is, guys. It's no other way around than that one. At least, I don't know. If you guys know another way, I don't know another way than this one. Now, let me point it out now that I'm in this signal. For you guys that wants to see, let me show you something. This is supporting the long dollar trade. This is on the short New Zealand and the short, in some degrees, the short euro. It looks 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in a flat. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like copper is going to start trading lower pretty soon. So, very nice right there. If you want to know what a triangle is all about it. That's very nice. That's a very nice running triangle right there. Very nice. Very nice. So, oil. Let me see what oil did today. Because oil worried me a little bit, to be honest with you. And oil is gelling. This is what we proposed last night. Oil is gelling. ABC on the dollar. Gelling everything on the dollar. Look. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 to the 2618 of the first leg. Now, oil should bounce. It should get into the previous 4 right here, 8069 in an ADZ. And then should do the wave 5 and then lower. It's gelling right there. But this is bullish oil, like we've been calling all over in this degree. We were spreading 74. We were spreading 64. It never got there. But the structure looks completed. Look, let me put this. Let me open it. That's bullish, guys. Don't blind yourself. That's bullish. We were expecting this move from a little bit lower, but the structure is completed. You got 1, 2, as a triangle, 3 equal legs, and S, A, B, Z. Oil should trade higher. I think to around this area right here, this congestion here. Any question about the dollar, oil, copper? Because I'm going to go to cable now. Okay, let's go to cable then. And I want to be clear, we're going to leave the New Zealand trade open. We're closing the euro, no because we're closing early or anything. It's because we don't got a very good position on the euro. If we were enter at the 34.70 and it was planned, we should stay. You should never close early because you don't know what the market really is going to do. I know. I was waiting at 45.40, man. I know. Because, Hazard, how long you been in the trial? 2 weeks already, right? Don't you see when we place a trade, we cover multiple different scenarios. And we were covering in the entry, we were covering the scenario when it can go higher right there. We were covering the diagonal and the wave 4 of the wave 8, both of the entries. And then, well, it looks like the New Zealand already did the 5 wave from the top. Look, it looks like it's almost completed. Yeah, I know. There is nothing wrong for it. I mean, I don't want to say what I'm going to say. Yeah, it's very similar to what it did right there. And the daily, this the same candles. Now, let's see cable, guys. Let's see cable for a second. Sometimes this signal these days getting, I don't know if this is signal or my internet connection. Something's wrong. Or there are the computers that they are working too many hours a week. Look. And cable, I don't know why is that wrong with the data in cable. That is the slower pair in the world when the data comes around. Okay, this is cable on the daily. Cable is done to the downside, in my humble opinion. Done, Rafi. I know you like it. Done. Now, I want to tell you this, guys. What's wrong here? I want you guys to be ready and don't get too much bias on it. Cable did a 3-way triangle here. Cable did a flat 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, I want you I want you guys to think with the brain, not with the heart. What this is telling you out of the bag. Which one is the clearest structure in the weekly, on the daily, in the whole market? It's this one, guys. Believe me, it's that one. You guys agree? It's that one. Now, what this structure is calling now? What you mean, from here? No, from here, what Cable did, in my opinion, was ABC, ABC, and 5 flat. Same I did right here. Well, Rafi, you think it's not done. Okay, let me see why you think that. Because in order not to be done, what's happening now is a wayfall. Maybe it's not done. I don't say it bounced by the pit, right? 52.10. Not by the pit. It went pretty close. I don't know if the Fibo, they are well defined. Let me see. Now, who say that a triangle needs 76.4? No. Triangles is 56.18. Technically, Rafi, look. 76.4 do not play the triangle. Don't you see that you're going to break the trend line if it goes right there? Yeah, but I know what you mean. You got a trend line. If it's a triangle, cannot break that trend line right there if it's going to be a contracting triangle. You see? Do not need to touch it. All I can say is maybe it's not done. How? What is the structure? I think it can do it. Why not? What is it? Show me, guys, account. I don't care about the weekly. What I care about this. Let's wait for the data. Yes. Yeah, it can be a fake triangle that you say. That's true. Look, all I say is this. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. This is just me, guys. Sometimes I'm kind of skeptical in these degrees. Me, as a trader, when I see this, we're talking 1, 2, 3 to the 2618. Nothing else right there. That's 1, 2, 3 to the 618. As right there, very clear. Now, it went right here close to the 3802. The only thing that is questionable here, it can be doing a triangle way forward right here. Because I don't like that when it went down, didn't reach the 1.236. That's the only thing. That's the only scenario that I can take that I say possible. And then it's going to go sideways, something like this. And that's the only one that allow a new high in the dollar. Most likely that can be the case. That is getting into a wave for triangle. Thanks. Hi, Raji. I don't know if you guys have thought about it. That's the only one that allow more low on cable. That's the only one. Nothing else. Now let's go lower so my good friend Rafi can get happy. Okay. Let's see how it is, Rafi. I'm gonna let you know in the next 5 minutes if it's a 5 or if it's a 3. It can be I mean, maybe it's not done on your right and the triangle is the case. You know what I mean? But you need more data for that. As of right now, it's a 3-way. I can tell you that. It's a 3 out of the blue. Look. 1, 2. Now, this is how I see it. This is a 3-way triangle there. It makes 5-way from the high already, I believe. So, most likely it's a triangle, guys. I can tell you that. Let's downgrade the RSI. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 4, and a 5. You got 5 ways here. And they're here. That's a 5. You see the divergence in this high compared to this one, right? That's ended the first leg ended here. Or also, I see this something like this. It can be ending here in this high. I got divergence also in that high right there. And then it did a flat B. If that's the case, then let's see. It went to 100% extension. Yeah, it's a 3-way, Rafi. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's a triangle, my friend. Maybe it's a sale now. It's a triangle. Maybe it's a triangle. You like the triangle? Remember, when you see that the 5th way do not reach the 1.236, think running triangle or think flat. It's one or the other. This is a 3-way right here. This is a 3-way. From here, it left a 3. Now, you want to see if this was a 5? Maybe it was a 5, and then it was a flat from here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5. But this is a 3-way. I got no question about it. That's a 3-way. You want to see this part right here? You know, Rafi? You're good. It's a 3-way now. One more low maybe, yes, exactly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's amazing how this Elliott Wave is, man. This is amazing. It's an impulse, no question about it. And this is good because this is telling that it's not a flat, most likely in the dollar. Right here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's done to the downside. Maybe ours is, maybe. I can see 5 ways here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's done. Look at the divergence. This is the 3 of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe it's done, yes. Then it's going to trade higher again. But I like that. To be honest with you, I like the triangle there in the waveform. You should do that. Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. It's not only that. Even if the euro, think about it, Rafi. Look, the triangle, what is allowing you is triangles, all triangle does, most of the triangle happen two ways. When the pair is leading, the first pair that broke higher in the euro and then the dollar that broke lower, believe it or not, it was cable. Now, maybe cable is leading the risk trade, and then triangle is going to do this. Think about the dollar. The dollar just ended or is about to end a three-way move. And you're expecting continuation on the dollar, right? You're expecting this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? Now, let's put no, I don't think it's down. After seeing, it needs to make a 4 and a 5. Or it's nesting. But like I say, this part right here do not reach the 1.236. That always makes me suspicious about move. Always. Now, let's keep going right here. 1, 2, 3 in favor of the dollar. 1, 2, 3 in favor of the dollar. 1, 2, 3 against the dollar. And then the dollar is going to go to a new high. It's clear as the water. The cable is going to finish the 5-way. After this, cable is going to do the D-way. The dollar is going to do the 5th way from 72.40. Dollar win next. Cable on the E-way. Cable does the 2nd way. It comes the buy on. I'm sorry, the dollar makes the 2nd way, and it comes the buying on the dollar. The one that's going to be the C way, the wave 3 on the dollar. Cable finish the E way, and it's going to go lower. Guys, follow me? You guys seeing that, right? What I'm trying to message that I'm trying to say. It makes, that's what I keep saying. Follow cable, and you should know where the dollar is going to go, and the weekly and the daily. It's very clear. S&P is going to make 5 ways. And it's going to bounce. Guys, question, Friday 2 p.m., almost time to get a break. What do you mean with that? No. Depend, Rafi. The trade that you're going to get right here, yes, that's correct. No. Yeah, if you break this high, 57.15, it's going to invalidate it. I won't go that far. I would say if we break 54.46, invalidate the trend, because then this is going to become a 5-way move from here. You know what I mean? So, this high, the last high exactly, if it makes another high, it's 5 swings from the lows. So the short that you're going to get here, believe it or not, is a 30 pick short, 30 picks short that you should let it run with a daily and then if I'm going to think over the weekend if we're going to take that trade, because that's extremely, the ratios in that trade can be like a 20-1. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Right there, look. Ideally, your target for that short that you're going to take, you're probably going to be, what you mean? I don't know. SIG, I don't know what is that. DV, can you hear? That's the trade platform you use. I never heard about it, my friend. Look, give me 1 second, Ron. I'll be back with you on the Skype, right? Okay. The target, you have to play with the Fibos here. Look. 150 is the 618 of this one. I don't know if it gets that far. Usually, if it's a triangle, usually it's the 1.236 of the invest Fibo area. So technically, you got to think about it this area. 151.41. And believe it or not, my good friend Rafi, that's around that 618 of the C-way. So what I'm trying to say is that you entering around 155 and change, 156, with a target of 152. So it's a 400 picks trade when you're risking 30 or 40 picks. Because for your entry, this is what you're going to do. Look how good of the trade that is. Let's say that when he finished the 5-way right there, you're going to enter a 56.6 against 46. You're risking 46 pick, and you're going to take 500, 400 pick. Now, it's going to be painful. I can tell you that for now. It's going to be painful. Divergency where? This move right here? Yeah, because all depends on the setting that you have the RSI also all the time. Yeah, I know. Now, technically, Rafi, what I say that it's going to be painful is because of this. Because if it's a triangle, the good thing is that you're getting on the top of the C-way. That means that that's never going to be traded again in the triangle. If it goes here, you're going to be 250 picks. Yes. You're going to be entered 250 pick positive, and you're going to go to the break, almost to the break-even point. It's going to be painful. But, well, right here, you can always play it, because if you get here, you don't take profit. You wait for the 8-way here and the 3 value close, and you re-enter here. Something like that. There comes the euro. There comes the euro. James, be aware of that. Yeah. The RSI depends on the, everyone use, Rafi, a different setting on the RSI. One second, let me get a little bigger. Yeah, 14 is a standard. I use 13 because it's a Fibo number. And I know the machines, if they're going to program the RSI, they're going to go with the 13 because it's a Fibo number. You see, I use 13 right here. 13, 7, and 3. Sometimes makes the difference. What do you mean not providing divergence in which move? I got divergency. I got the double divergency. Look. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the divergency here? And then the flat A, B, Z. That's a flat on the RSI. And then right here, look. It looks like it did. Because look at the divergency here, Rafi. Look, the double divergency, A and the Z. Oh, you say from today's top. Got you. Because you need to downgrade the RSI. That's the trick. Because you, in a 50